out. A sport that some of you may enjoy would be reading. You may not think that that's a sport, but I guess some of y'all read so much during the year it could be. And you may have heard the good headline here recently where St. Dominic's Read-a-Thon, they came in pretty at the top in worldwide Read-a-Thon for NICU babies, which I think is absolutely adorable. Joining us today is Miss Emily Foster. She is a NICU RN who coordinated the Read-a-Thon at St. Dominic's. So she joins us to tell us a little bit more. Hey, Emily.
Hey, Rebecca, how are you?
I am doing very well. I love this story and everything about it. And since you coordinated it, how did St. D get behind the Read-a-Thon?
Yeah, thank you for calling. Yeah, we definitely are super proud of our NICU for one, but so our hospital NICU participates in a lot of different collaboratives around the state and the country about NICU and how to do better and develop new things. So we heard about the NICU Read-a-Thons with Babies with Books about 3 years ago, and so we started 3 years ago on our first Read-a-Thon, and we've been going strong, getting more involved every year. So it's been a lot of fun.
So what was the purpose of the Read-a-Thon, other than obviously it's adorable, it gives parents and caregivers kind of distraction for going through a hard time, but were there other benefits for the baby or for the caregiver to read the book?
Yeah, absolutely. So reading, we know with children is really important, when they're older, but obviously with our premature babies, they're not supposed to be here yet. A lot of our babies are born severe premature, and so we've got, little bitty babies who are developing on the outside of mom, and one of the big things is neurodevelopment for them. And so we really got behind the Read-a-Thon because reading helps develop new pathways. It creates language development for these babies in the future, and so we're just trying to advocate for them even in this early stage. Like I said, they're not supposed to be here yet, and they're developing all these pathways while they're in the NICU with us. So reading has shown to have significant benefits for our babies' neurodevelopment, and so we're really proud to do the best that we can with our medical stuff, but also with reading. It's a huge part of it too.
I love that. I also read where maybe you had some people who helped make this possible through donations of books. How did St. D get enough books for this Read-a-Thon?
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody loves reading, and we had a family that had a baby in our NICU several years ago, the Gray family, and their daughter Leela was one of our babies born really early, and Leela lived for 9 days. And then she unfortunately passed away, and her sweet family, in her memory, every year they donate books for us in her memory, and we have something called Leela's Library. And so the Gray family, they donate every year on her birthday. They donate, they started out donating a book of the year is what they call it, and then it's kind of grown from there. On top of that, when we started doing the Read-a-Thon, they give additional books every year, new titles for our library that sits. It's a permanent library. The families can kind of gather books to read to their babies, and so they've been an incredible part of it. We've also done a book drive with the hospital, and a lot of people donated through that last year. So we've got lots of books. People have been so generous with that, so it's been awesome to see.
Is there a favorite or most read book, Emily?
Yeah, like I said, the Grays, they always give us a book of the year. So this year's book was You Are My Everything by Abigail Hookman, and so I would say that one was probably our most read book because every baby received that book in addition to some of the books we were reading during the Read-a-Thon. So that was probably our most read book this year.
And every book read there is, a gold star, right? But you guys got lots of gold stars. So you guys kind of did really well in the Read-a-Thon this year. How did St. Dominic's come out?
Yeah, we did really good. We're really proud. Like I said, this is our third year to do it, and our first year, I'm not quite sure it was our first year to participate. We kind of were getting our feet wet with it. I'm not sure where we placed that year. Last year, we placed 8th overall, and it's an international Read-a-Thon, Babies with Books is, and so it's over 200 hospitals, and last year we placed 8th, which we thought was really good, and then this year we actually placed 2nd out of 250 hospitals around the world. And so we're super proud because our hospital, it is not the biggest in the state, but we've got a lot of nurses that love our patients and love what we do, and so we really, we kind of blew it out of the water this year.
You absolutely did. What did that come out to in terms of, I think it was like 100 or 1,000 and 144 reading
so
sessions?
it ended up being, it's 11 days the Read-a-Thon was, and at the end of it we calculated all the total reading sessions that we did for our babies, and it came down to 11,044 readings.
I love that. That's so cool. Well, Emily, that's such a good thing, and you'll just have to come out on first next year. No pressure.
I know.
I appreciate your time. You get back to the NICU and all those babies, but loving what y'all are doing there at St. Dominic's. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Rebecca.
All righty, you guys stick with us. We got more for you up next.